Voice of Nagaland News se apne ange sabke swagat kuri ase viewers kan The White Wool Literature Festival and Book Fair third edition 2026 to hoile zone pai naitu Chümoukedima February 5 pra loigina February 7 tak lopole ase kuna amikan honibo pare ase itu laga program de yate 3 days laga event de yate different resource person aro speakers kan across the state aro across the country pra participate kuru bole ase kuna amikan honi ase yate organizer khambra amikan ge janai dia to hoile to yate student gan gani to hoile to itu laga event to hoile to free entry as you know honibo pare ase the rest yate public kan kani toile to itu laga literature de participate kurubole entry fee 50 rupees hobole asuguna itu amikan honi ase yate laga literature fest toile to third edition ase every year amikan itu dekhibo pari thake aro itu laga literature festival de yate amikan pachakan gani holibi neisugle do tango manukan gani bi holibi activities kan workshop kan lo amikan bishi dekhibo pari ase itu literature festival de yate organizer khambra yate ekta press conference rakhikina ase the viewers kan IB amikan itu press conference laga opore details pra honi lobo.
So good afternoon everyone. This is a matter of privilege for me to be here presenting the Penguin Presents White Owl Literature Festival and Book Fair. This is our third edition. I'm Pallavi Narayan. I head the communications for PRH India, and with me I have Peter Mudoli, who is part of the Advisory Council at White Owl Literature Festival, as well as AVP Marketing at Penguin. We also have Executive Editor Deepti Talwar with Penguin, who also heads the programming for the White Owl Literature Festival. We are gathered here today, one day ahead of the launch of the Literature Festival, and I'm really happy that you all were able to make time for this small gathering, this meeting. We want to take this opportunity to quickly tell you what's special about this festival this year, what you can look forward to, the kind of speakers who are coming in, the topics we are addressing. Unfortunately, White Owl team is very occupied in putting the festival together, so representations from there is not here at the moment, but we are trying to fill in very big shoes on their part as well.
I think initially when we decided to come down to Nagaland or the Northeast in particular, we had one purpose, and it was to engage and interact with more readers here, looking for opportunities to promote the culture of reading, allow the readers here in the Northeast to interact more with authors, and so on. And while we were sifting through a lot of options, we identified a lot of places. Shillong, as you're all aware, is the kind of a cultural capital in so many ways. Then we thought about Imphal. Then we thought about Kohima. As word passed on, we found that the existence of the White Owl Literary Institute, along with the White Owl bookstore. And when you have a mind loaded with ideas, you needed a suitable partner. And I think White Owl provided us that platform. Just to summarize, it just felt like both the entities, Penguin and White Owl, we met at the right time and at the right place. And as Pallavi just mentioned, can't believe we're already in the third year. 2022 was it? Four, sorry, was our first edition, and we're already here speaking about the third edition. And I know that there'll be a lot more to say about the themes and the motives and so on, but what is really exciting for us here this year is that there's a lot around inclusivity. You can see if you go through the programming that there's a fair mix of regional, I won't call it local, regional authors and authors from all across the country. That's, I think, something that we'll all be really looking forward to. I guess if we want to speak more about, get into the finer details about the programming and so on, Deepti, who's our programming head, she'll be able to give us more details on that. Yeah.
How has it evolved? I think we have a better grasp now of the kind of subjects that might be particularly interesting to the audience that we're drawing in. In fact, do we talk about the thing that we did where we asked people who had attended
yes.
last year's festival the topics that they were interested in, because we don't want to just come here and say this is what we think you're interested in and then have people pontificate on stage. So it was really important to us to try and bring people that readers here would be interested in, just be inspired by, or to just engage with conversations that they would find interesting. So it was a really interesting exercise that we did. We sent out these surveys, we got a few replies, and so this year's festival has been led quite a bit by what we learned through those surveys.
It was typically a first time for us hosting a literature festival, right? As a publisher, we have never hosted a literature festival, and it was the same for White Owl as well. In the first year, we had around 47 authors from across the country and a good 20-25 authors from the Northeast. In the second year, we had almost 70 authors from across the country and again around 20-25 authors. This year, as you can see, the balance has evened out. This year, we've got a 50-50 representation from all over the country and locally. And as you're aware, if you look at the programming, you'll see a lot of local celebrities, local podcasters making their presence. They'll be part of all these panels and sessions. So I think over the years, we have also learned. But initially when we started, typically we had no hands-on experience. So I won't call it trial and error, but then we put all our best minds and thoughts together. We formed a nice core team along with local expertise. The White Owl team were tremendous. We brought in our expertise as publishers. And finally, we were able to host, I think, quite an important and significant literature festival in its first edition. And by the third, I think we have come a long way. We have learned that we need to engage more locally as well in our sessions and panels. And so I think that theme of inclusivity is something that I keep stressing on, because I think it shows very prominently in all our sessions this year, that it's a fine balance of local and authors from across the country.
Well, obviously, I deal with a lot of logistics.
Yeah.
So obviously, logistical, this being Nagaland, first of all, we're very limited to logistical availabilities of things that we want to incorporate in the festival, how we want to do it, how we visualize, and how we execute it at the end of the day. However, we have been managing to pull it off to a satisfactory level. We always want to do better and grow bigger each edition, and we think that we have been doing well so far. We have been getting overwhelming, responses from everybody who has come and seen and experienced the festival. Another thing I would say is programming is not, getting authors that we want. Is another challenge for us, I think, because if the programming doesn't happen as we want it to, because we, as Pallavi mentioned earlier, we don't randomly choose topics. We want to know what people want, what they want to hear about, what they want to listen to, what they want to learn from, who they want to learn from. These are things that we always keep in mind, and we want to make sure that we are not just randomly picking topics and bringing random, authors, individuals and authors and industry experts and so on. So that's another challenge, because not everybody is available all the time, and Nagaland being one of the, it's not, we are not a very metropolitan, accessible place for everybody. So that's another challenge, I would definitely say so. But at the end of the day, everybody works hard, and we are very thankful to the Penguin team as well, to always pull through and get us what we want at the end of the day. But those are some of the challenges that come to mind right now for me. I'm sure you have other things to share as well.